Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Reckless Paradise podcast. I am your host, Dystro, and tonight's episode is a memory episode. It is a let's talk episode. And this topic is due to the sole fact of we are back in school right now. Majority of us are. Is a back to school memories episode. This one's kind of gonna be, I guess, nostalgic for a lot of people. Mainly because, when you think of back to school, you think of, doing some different things, meeting your teachers, and all this stuff. But I'm gonna go over what I had, memories wise, and kind of just, I guess, if you want to have your own interpretation of some different things, just feel free to do that in the comments below, or just come along with me and just relive the memories with me, right? So when you think of back to school, you think of the first day of school. You think of meeting your teachers, and that's kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like okay, like when you meet your teacher for the first time, you're like, okay, who are they? Like do they give you some good vibes? Like, are you gonna like them or you're not gonna like them? Majority of my teachers that I've had throughout my elementary school, middle school, and high school, they have treated me right and they have treated me nicely. I mean, some are kind of like sticks in the mud, but every teacher is going to be like that. It depends on what day they've had in their life. Um, some teachers I still remember to this day. Shout out to Mrs. C, my 12th grade English teacher. She's she's a tough woman, but she's really good. She's really good at her job. Shout out to oh gosh, I can't remember his name now. Mr. Dunlap, uh, Mr. Jacob. Hopefully you guys are still doing your thing. Hopefully you guys are still kicking it. um, but yeah, when you meet your teachers for the first time, like I said, gotta think of it like vibes and all that stuff. Same thing goes with your classmates in all your classes that you have. Are you gonna like little Timmy over in the corner, or are you gonna like little Miss Veronica who's like right next to you? Um, it's it's funny because like a lot of my classmates I grew up with throughout elementary school, into middle school, and to high school, which is kind of ironic. Um, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but some of them have like fallen off in recent years. Um, and some of them I don't even talk to anymore. Which is not me personally being like I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's just things happen. That's been out of our control. There's a memory that I remember. I think it was in like fourth or fifth grade, I think, and there was this one girl that had asked me to be her fake boyfriend or something, and it was like the next day she just forgets who I was, and she's like, "I didn't ask you that." I'm like, "Yeah, you did." Um, and she's like, "No, no, I didn't." I'm like, "Okay, whatever, fine, fuck you." Uh, and plus I was taller than a lot of the other kids, which that's due to Miracle Grow. I know it's on plants, but if you put something on your feet, it might help you grow. Um, and a lot of my classmates and teachers, they've actually tried to shape me into who I can and am right now. Um, and it's also due to the environment that I was in too. Like a lot of the classes and crowds that I had kind of helped kind of shape me who I am. I didn't grow up in a rough crowd or anything. I just grew up who just be who I am. If anybody didn't like me, who I didn't like if anybody didn't like me for who I am, I just didn't fit in that environment, you know. And going back to the teachers and classmates thing, it's like the environment that you go into every day. Like, are you gonna be, are you gonna have a good time? Are you gonna have a good day in that environment? Are you just gonna have a shitty day? And you just never know what might happen within that environment. Um, I kind of remember, like, in my senior year, up to that point, I didn't join any clubs or anything. And I was like, you know what? It's my last year in high school. I'm just gonna join like as many clubs as I can. So I joined like 3 or 4 clubs, and like one of them I was just like, okay, it wasn't really right for me. But the other two that I did do, I had joined just because of like I like movies, and the other one was just because like I wanted to get close to a lot of my classmates that were in this club. Um, and we had went on a like a school like field trip, I think, if you want to call it that. We went on like a field trip into Nashville. And saw the Nashville Predators hockey team play and all that stuff. They won, which was actually kind of cool. That was like, and then like I remember my film club that I had was like I went to go see I think it was like Star Wars: Last Jedi or The Force Awakens. And uh, that was like on my birthday, so we got to see it on my birthday. That was actually kind of cool. Um, got to like watch like the Emmys one year, which was actually kind of cool. Uh, got to film like a basketball game and all that stuff. It was like good cinematography for me. And it was like because of the environment that I was in, it was able for me to do most of those things. And because like if I just didn't do any of it, it's like I wouldn't be what I am kind of now. Like I am a content creator. I am a person that loves cinematography. I love movies. I love filmography. I love film. So like when I do something for like the WW2K stuff that I do on my channel, like I try to get like a good camera angle. Even though it might be not be the best camera angle, it's still a good camera angle for me because it's like I try to get a good shot of like whatever it is. But yeah, kind of just get surround yourself with good friends and good vibes and good environment. Also, surround yourself with some good activities too. Like mainly like if you had like field day or like your school field trips or something like that, surround yourself with some like activities that you like to do. Um, like I remember I think it was like 11th or 12th grade, I think. I remember going out for field day, and it was like, I think it was like farm day or something, and you just got to see like all these like different people like bring their tractors, bring their goats and sheep and all that stuff, and it was actually kind of cool just to like see like what people do like outside of school every day. It was actually really really cool. And then I remember, like the school field trips and all that stuff. Like, I went to the Nashville Predators game, the hockey game. Um, got to do a lot of cool stuff with my group and all that stuff. To all the teachers and future graduates of high school and or college or whatever. Hopefully you guys are doing the best you can in this current time at this current climate. It's only up from here because you guys got a huge future ahead of you. And to those who just started in elementary school or middle school or going into high school, you guys have the creative outlet that you have now, which is like, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, to kind of be a good example for future generations, I guess, if you want to call it that. Or if you have like no siblings and all that stuff, like kind of set a good example for them to like go into the next phase of their school career. But it's it's cool to like talk about back to school. I mean, for me, it's like I kind of remember like here and there some certain things. Um, but I had, like I grew up kind of poor, like I didn't have, the best things in life, but I'm just actually grateful for the podcast that I am running now. I'm grateful for the friends that I've made along the way at my current job, at on Discord and in the YouTube community and all that stuff. But yeah, and that is it for back to school memories. I know it's kind of short. Some of the last shoot the shit was kind of short. But it's just because I'm not really feeling too good. That's just because of me. But please make sure to follow us on all social media links in the description below. It will take you to our Linktree page, which will take you to our Instagram, Twitter, the podcast Reddit page. My gaming YouTube channel is on there. I'm almost at 1550 again, due to the latest YouTube short that I had, which blew up, which is awesome. And the song of the night is Tom Petty, and is I Won't Back Down. And there is a music video for it. Please make sure to watch that video. It is a really good song, and I think a lot of people should seek out some of his music, which is really good. And yeah, that is it. And I will see you for the last episode of August next week. See you guys later. Peace.